Good morning, crypto Twitter is misty. Crypto spreading crypto with doctors showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people. Gen Z needs to be included. It's really that simple. We are savage, amazed, boss, zesty, making money at the same time. Spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z. About to change the world, so y'all better get ready. Missing crypto, I'm never backing down. I got a wax account. You should say it out. So many NFTs, I think I lost count, and I'm only getting started. Yeah, I'm barely off the ground. Listing crypto, you cannot stop me. My hands are made from diamonds, your hands for like origami. Never be the boss of me. Bitcoin's all I need. When I say I'm zesty, that's just me talking honestly. Crypto and yum bomb marketplace. I wanna see the more. We gotta go through cyberspace. Leave this world without a trace. They pay for a different day, cause we partners in the cryptos didn't stay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Miss Teen Crypto Show. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Friday. And yes, as always, I said Friday, we're celebrating the end of the week. This is a day we have worked hard to get through. That we worked through the whole week to get to this moment. We are hanging out, we are chilling, and enjoying the vibes. If you guys are new to the show, what's up everyone? Hi, I'm Miss Teen Crypto. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. Share this out with friends if you're feeling the zest. If you're feeling the zest in the chat, hello chat, nice to see you. Drop some hundreds. Drop some hundreds for the zest. It's nice to see you guys hopping in so early, getting in the chat, getting zesty before we even stream. Like, that's what I love to see. But as always, before we jump into today's show, we are going to thank two amazing sponsors of the Miss Teen Crypto Show. First being Wax Blockchain. So many things going on with Wax Blockchain. If you guys are new to Wax Blockchain, here's a link to learn more about them and to get started. This link is also in the description of the video if you want to head over there after. But I am giving out free NFTs throughout the show that are on the Wax Blockchain. That will be found on wallet.wax.io. You can sign into there and get ready to click these links. Secondly, we have the amazing niftyblocks.com. This is an amazing site to mint NFTs. If you are a creator, want to start making NFTs, Nifty Blocks, easy peasy, one-stop shop. And you can also, if you're more of a buyer, you can get Nifty token rewards for buying and selling NFTs on the Nifty Blocks marketplace. If you guys want to check out my birthday drop from Wednesday, then here you go. There are only 35 available. 20, I believe, have been sold, so there are 15 left. If you guys want to check out my birthday drop, there it is. And also, thank you guys so much for all the amazing birthday wishes on Wednesday. I am officially 19. I'm feeling, a new zest in life. I feel like my zest maybe has leveled up. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like you guys understand me more than anyone, so you would understand. First, I want to shout out the chat as well. Emma, nice to see you. Hope you're enjoying your biscuits. Bitcoiner, what's up? Amara, Sayul, Crazy Crypto Guy. Oh my gosh, there's so many awesome people in here. Mark, Satoshi Sean, I see you in there. Everybody, Rising Dragons. There's so many awesome people in here. Hi, everyone. Tragan, Tuition, Randy. I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this out with friends. I see we have 12 likes in the chat. Once we hit 19, because I feel like that's the vibe, once we hit 19 likes, another NFT is coming through. But as always, I started off with one. If you scan that QR code in the bottom right corner of your screen, you could get a free NFT if you're the first to claim, or click this link in the live chat. Also, hi Johnny, I see you just popped in there. So I just want to get started into today's zesty guest to get into the show. What's up, Satoshi Sean? How are you? Welcome. I'm very happy to have you. I love what you do. I've been following you forever, and you're really a great guy, and it's about time I had you on the show. I don't even know what took so long, but I'm so happy to have you. I know you're always so busy, and especially because it's Friday,
shows that we've been on together, but yeah, have I had you on my channel?
Yeah. Wait, was it
Yeah,
your channel or Rice's channel that I was on?
I think you've been on both. I don't think I
Yeah.
had you on just you, but you were on like with other people. If I did like a big thing,
Yeah.
you can't hear
The New
me.
Year's
They
thing,
said they can't
right?
hear me in chat.
Oh wait, I think they can hear you now. Yeah, they said there it is. I don't know what happened there, but you're good now.
That is weird.
Yeah, very odd.
Damn
OBS,
government
man.
man, I tell you what, always trying to shut me up.
No, you're all
All right.
good.
No, wait, now they can't hear me again.
All right.
Uh,
But yeah, so I love what you do, and I know I've been on your channel maybe once with like other people. We've been on Rice's channel. If you guys are not familiar with RiceTVX, he's such a great guy. I did an interview with him a few weeks back, or maybe a month ago. Time flies. Definitely check out the Miss Teen Crypto Show playlist and look for that show. That was a very great show as well. Rice is amazing. Shout out to Rice.
yeah. Also, on Rice TVX, we have a show every Friday where we go over the
Yes.
news for the week, Crypto Rewind, and that's at 7 Eastern. So that'll be in a couple hours.
Oh yeah, if you want to drop the link to that in the chat, that would be great. I don't have the link on hand. But yeah, definitely tune into Rice's TV X channel. Subscribe to Satoshi Sean. The link to his YouTube channel is in the description of the show, but also here right now in the live chat if you want to check that out. So Sean, I really want to talk about you, dive into you, because like you're such a zesty person. I want to know, like, what were you doing before crypto? Like, what were you up to? What were your like career goals, life plans?
For crypto, well, single dad, no, 2 sets of twins.
Wow.
So I did a lot of that.
Wow.
But I was a financial advisor, in
Oh.
the traditional sense of the word. So it helped me to be a single dad because I could kind of, go in the office. I could do things from home, which was a weird thing, a long time ago.
Yeah.
As far as like paperwork and appointments and that kind of thing. So I only really need to be in the office for like 1 or 2 days a week for like meetings and to catch up on stuff. I had appointments that came in. But I did a lot of field work. So it was, I had the freedom to kind of be home and pick the kids up and take them places. And I was blessed to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But then I died. I was in a coma for a while. And when I got out, it was really tough for me I couldn't go back to work, same thing. So I started to work from home. My son, I was buying clothes for my kids from this website, and they took Bitcoin. And I was like, what is Bitcoin? And this is like 2010. So this is a long time ago. And my son, it's like, oh, it's your money. It's made by a computer, and it's this. He explained it, and I was like, that's dumb. I was like, so I can just make it on my computer? He's like, no, Dad. It takes a bunch of computing power and electricity, and it costs money to make it. And I was like, yeah, my computer's already on, Nick. It's using electricity. It's already doing that. So I was like, I thought it was a little bit goofy. I understood the basic principle of it.
Yeah.
And like blockchain. So I thought, okay, this would be fun. So I got I think it was like 50 Bitcoin, and I bought a t-shirt. And I had like probably 7 or 8 left, and it's trash. I threw it out the computer. It's, it's gone. It's like my Bitcoin pizza story. So, and it was terrible. I mean, it was so hard to get the Bitcoin, to transfer it, and then to like pay them. I was like, well, that was an experience. I'm not gonna mess with that again. And that was it. So, computer was outdated, threw it away. So that Bitcoin is gone. And then like maybe a year or 2 later, I start hearing about these 15-year-old kids that were, made like $500,000 with Bitcoin. And then I understood that as a financial advisor, that it was, the scarcity and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this is actually worth a second look for a different thing. Because I originally looked at it as, peer-to-peer cash, just like it was supposed to be. And I was like, this was so hard to do and so complicated. But then as kind of more digital gold, or as a, a commodity that's limited, I could understand that. So then I started to look into it and got back into it like around end of 2015. And then I was just, it was really, once you go down the rabbit hole, it's like you go way down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
So I'm watching, the YouTube crazy. In 2016, there wasn't a ton of stuff, and then we had kind of the bull market that really kind of blew up.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's so many cool projects back then. This is like right before the ICO boom, and nobody was talking about them. I didn't understand it at the time. It's because I thought these people were all like Neo fanboys or like Icon fanboys, but no, they're being paid. I didn't understand. I didn't know that. I'm like, why does no one care about this project here? Like Space Chain. One of the people I think of Satoshi, Jeff Garzik, was him and Z Zhang. A couple of people. They have this amazing project. This was years and years ago. They developed a operating system for space travel. They had developed these micro satellites that are basically like a smartphone, but it's a satellite, goes up this space, and you can have a satellite network, and you don't have to buy a satellite. You just have to develop like an app. So it's like a phone in space, and it's not like one proprietary thing. You have an app up there. So even if you create a app that is nefarious, it won't affect the rest of the apps on the satellite. So it's really like pennies. So like a poor country like Haiti or something, they could literally have a full satellite communications network and be able to afford it. It was like, crazy cool thing no one ever talked about. And there was other projects. So I was like, my kids have a YouTube channel, the Social Nerds, should plug them. You can go to my page on the bottom, but they have a video game pop culture, YouTube channel, and they're super serious. Like they worked full time just to buy like the best equipment and all that. And I was so frustrated with everyone on YouTube that I got a free screen capture, software. And then I just did a review on Space Chain. And I was like, I don't know what else to talk about this. This is really such a cool project. Look what they're doing here. And they literally have partnered with different space agencies and had satellites in space. No one talked about that in 2016. Like it's the hugest thing ever, and no one knew. So I did the review, and like 2 hours later, the CEO messages me on Twitter. And I was like, yeah, dude, you're not him. Come on. Why are you trolling me? And it's like, no, I really enjoyed your review, sir.
Oh my God.
Like, whatever, dude. Yeah, like the CEOs and just message me at 2 a.m. I didn't know how things work, Now, you get messaged 2 a.m. all the time.
It's like whatever.
But, so, yeah. So then I thought that, that's really cool. Then I had set him up for an interview. And then my channel just kind of, took off from there. But I really started it just out of frustration because no one was talking about like really cool projects that just had merit,
Exactly. So you were just doing honest reviews at the start.
Yeah. And then I found out like you could do there were like bounties, so I looked into some of those, and still it's stuff that a lot of people weren't talking about that I thought were cool. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell there.
Guys, absolutely epic. I saw the chat was like losing it right there. Like, dang, like that was amazing. Like your story, I want to dig in a little bit to your like OG-ness. But first, guys, we have reached 19 likes just in time, before we dive in more to being a Bitcoiner in 2010. We have 19 likes, which means another NFT is coming through the pipeline. So get that camera ready. Get the camera ready for that QR code. Get the finger ready to click. And there we go. Coming through. This is actually donated from our guy, our bestie in the chat, Santino Ramos. So thank you, Santino. This is one of your NFTs. I'm going to try to spread it out throughout a few streams. But thank you, Santino, for donating. If you guys want to donate any NFTs to the show to get given away, my wax address is Miss Teen NFTs. So if any of you have something you want to share, thank you. Send it over. If we hit 26 likes, because I feel like 26 is a cool number. If we hit 26 likes, another NFT is coming through the pipeline, and this is going to be a good one. But, sir, Satoshi Sean, so 2010, you were buying clothes for your kids online, just searching through the webs, and you see Bitcoin, which is, some weird internet monies. What was it like so you were, like, mining the Bitcoin to get the Bitcoin, or how were you purchasing Bitcoin?
I bought it. I bought it online. I bought it from another person. It was like a little shady. It was a little difficult. That's why I was like, and it's really, you really threw me when you called me a Bitcoiner from 2010. I never thought of that. That is like really badass.
It is badass.
Like myself that way.
Like you were like literally there at like almost the Genesis block. Like, come on, that's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to send you an NFT.
Oh no, Sean, no worries. Don't worry. It's all.
I want to donate.
Oh, you're the best. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Where's your wallet address?
It's Miss Teen NFTs. It's in the live chat now.
Oh, that's actually your address. How did you get that cool address?
Actually, so there's an article on my website, but I could walk you through it as well. It's how to create a custom Wax username. You could do this through Anchor Wallet. You generate your own keys, and then you input the keys into Anchor Wallet, and then you just get your address and whatnot. I think you could do it through the Cloud Wallet too. There's like another way to do it.
Cool.
But yeah, it's dope. I really love it. It's perfect. But yeah, so when you sign in with wallet.wax.io, you're in the Cloud Wallet. But if you want your own keys, you could do that. But yeah, so so you bought Bitcoin from a shady website from somebody else. Because this was before local Bitcoins, right? Because I know a lot of people I've had on my show were doing local Bitcoins, going to McDonald's, meeting up with some dude and doing a cash exchange.
Yeah. Have you heard all the stories of people that bought, like Bitcoins from people on Craigslist?
Craigslist too? I didn't hear anyone talk about Craigslist.
Oh, it was really bad here. Because I bought like tons of those, physical Bitcoins, and like give them out to people, and a lot of my friends are like, so this is like it's like 30 grand, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, man, that's the 30 grand right there. You just go and you take that to the Bitcoin bank, and they'll give you 30 grand. But and they're like, really? It's like, no, it's like $2. It's a coin. So you have to explain it, but it's really, I really want to talk with you because ever since you started, you're so much about adoption and really like education, getting the word out there. And I think we're getting to this point as someone who's been like screaming, about crypto for years and years. It's mind blowing to see the things that I'm seeing now. Absolutely. They were literally like dreams in 2016, 2017, 18, 19 even. I remember, I think it was 17 I think it was 17 or 18, but Katy Perry got her nails done, and there was Bitcoin. She had Bitcoin Ethereum on her nails.
Oh my god!
And that was like the biggest story for like 2 weeks, man. We're like all every YouTubers, they're like orange and purple because they were like, oh my god, Katy Perry, we hear crypto's mainstream, fingernails. But to see Charles or Warren Buffett, the most anti-crypto rat poison squared guy, buy crypto and admit to it now. That is such a huge thing. I've just been it's been mind blowing this past week, just thinking about that.
Oh yeah, because you saw it, almost at its genesis block, Bitcoin just getting started, going through peer-to-peer, processes to get your Bitcoin, and you've seen it go through the Mount Gox. You've seen, dramatic swings in prices, whether that be like, 100 to 1,000, or like 1,000 to, that, like those huge run-ups, especially going through 2017, where you did see a lot of ICOs. And you also saw Bitcoin go like rocket and, hit 20K and then drop down quite a lot, quite a dramatic drop after that. What kept you like, interested in Bitcoin besides, you saw it from a financial advisor standpoint, but, with these like volatile swings, that must have been something scary and, new.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, that's true. But at the time, at that time, if I had like come in a month or 6 months before, then I probably would have had weak hands like other people did that came in at the top.
Yeah.
But having really been immersed in it, that I knew it was part of a cycle, and markets have cycles, and if you really just step back, the gains with Bitcoin were so monumental that, of course, the dips are going to be as monumental. And and also I was thinking about this today because I wasn't going to talk to you. Crypto is a completely different, market because than it has been for 100 years. I would say 100 years.
Yeah.
Back in like 1910 to the 1920s, not even that long, probably 1915 to the 1920s, everybody was in the stock market. Common.
Yes.
Your average Joe. I don't know why people would say the shoe shine boys and taxi drivers. They were in the market, and everybody was making money, just like in Bitcoin. Like you could just throw your money at whatever, and you would make money. And then we had the huge crash, the depression, all that happened. But at that time, just regular people were making a lot of money in the stock market. And after that, then the stock market became like a, something that only people. They gave people like me, who obviously they thought were much smarter than them. And people aren't. They're not much smarter than them. It's kind of the same thing. You usually.
Oh no, I think I lost you.
Into really?
Oh, I lost you for like 30 seconds. Okay, wait, just rewind a tiny bit.
Okay. What part did you get hit? Did you hear too?
It was new. Just like the last thing you said, the last sentence was cut off.
Well, it's after the big crash.
Yes.
Kind of the only people that were were investing in the stock market were rich people, corporations.
Because everyone else got crushed.
Even later on, when more regular people were investing, again in the market, they would give their money to an advisor or a broker or something like that. People they thought were smarter than they were, or more much more informed. And honestly, most aren't. They work for like an agency or a company, and that company says, "Hey, we're going to push these," and these are the best ones that our research team has looked at, and then that's what you say. It's just kind of a sales thing.
That's crazy.
You show the document. Oh, this is good. This performed here. This is better than 87% of all other funds. Which I mean, I guess now it's a lot easier to do research with all the information that we have at our fingertips. But
absolutely,
10, 20 years ago, like 20 years ago, I guess it was not as easy. You had to get a bunch of prospectuses and actually books and read over them and stuff. So you just kind of, if that's what your boss told you, that's what part of your pitch. So, but my point is that there's so many people who are invested in crypto now that, they're not invested in even anything else. So they watch the market like, oh my God, Bitcoin has, moved 10%. It went down 5%. Everything's falling apart. And, if you look at like the stock market, if Ford is down $1, no one says, oh, the stock market's over. It's,
right.
It's the death of the stock market. It's the death of the car industry. No, Ford was like at $4, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
When, the pandemic really hit. So it's just, everyone's like, oh, it's just, Ford's down, it'll go up. And people are starting to see that with Bitcoin. It's down, but it's going to go up. It always goes up. I think that the market's maturing a little bit, but I think it's so different because everyone is, checking it like every day, 3 or 4 times a day. What's my Bitcoin doing?
Oh yeah.
And you don't do that. No one does that with any other investments. You don't call the bank twice a day. What's my CD doing? Like it's still at 1%. Right.
How's my CD doing? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm dead. That's funny. I don't even know anyone who talks about CDs anymore and things like that. Cause especially when you look at Bitcoin and just you could be your own bank and you could essentially hold your own store of value. You don't have to worry about earning interest from anybody. You are just holding your own value in your wallet that you own, that you could do anything with any day of the week. And I think it's so funny how you brought up how people check prices all the time. I think I put up a tweet once, how many times a day do you check the Bitcoin price, or does the Bitcoin price affect your day? Yeah, people are checking it every day. And, a lot of things, one thing that people really don't account for when they compare Bitcoin to the regular financial market is that Bitcoin is 24/7. Bitcoin moves whenever it wants, however it wants. And this is not something that happens in the traditional market. You have the opening bell, the closing bell, and that's kind of it. Monday to Friday, and excluding holidays, right? Is the stock market closed on holidays? I think so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's another bunch of days out of the year.
It's history though. We were part of a new asset that hasn't happened, I think, since oil. There's always been, this is what value is. This is what, this is what has, what's worth something. And then, it was, food and then, precious metals and then I guess you could, even if there's discoveries of new, what's it called? Precious minerals, like lithium and stuff like that. It's still part of this of a basket of stuff that was already there. But with Bitcoin, it's completely new. It's kind of, you can look at the metaverse now, but I guess the creation of the internet and connecting people digitally, creating that space or that environment was kind of like a new world. Now we have the metaverse. It's easier to think about that, and it's easier to put that into words. But in the 90s, we didn't think about it as a whole new ecosystem or a whole new world. And then once we got online and were able to just talk to people, in different parts of the world for free, which was insane. Or before that, it was so expensive to call someone. And then to be able to send pictures, and then with video, it was a whole new metaverse or universe for us to live in. So there had to be something of value there, a means of exchange that is from that world. So that is, I think, what now with the metaverse, it's a lot easier for us to say that and to understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't think people really could see that, even even 10, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, it wasn't, because there wasn't a real like world that we could think of. But now, everyone's, it's not, we're not there yet, but I think people see where we will be going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think with crypto and Web3, this is really pushing people to see that the internet itself is very powerful, and the value coming from the internet is very powerful. And Bitcoin, it's of course, like what you said, it's like the currency of the internet. Like you should this is what we're going to be using. I'm with you 100%. I totally.
I think
agree.
even you could even say now it's like the currency of the metaverse, because as
deep.
As that's evolving, that is, because that's what it is. It encompasses so much, but it really is it's the store of value. It's the currency. It's a lot. And then just with blockchain, bringing that into just the actual technology. But yeah, it's the currency of the metaverse.
The currency of the metaverse. I really love that. Guys, new NFT is coming through the pipeline. We have hit 28 likes. That is so beautiful. So here you go. Here's another cool NFT. This is like mint number 30 something of MTC Christmas NFT. The link is in the chat as well. Sean, I want you to speak from the heart for a moment. Speak from the heart. What about cryptocurrency? This could be NFTs, any aspect of crypto. What about cryptocurrency makes you excited and bullish about this space as a whole?
Well, I think, I'm a big, libertarian freedom guy. And I've always liked that. That's been one of the most important things I always thought. But I think the biggest thing that we can see now is the ability to own your own money, to have. We use these buzzwords to have sovereignty over your money, which it doesn't mean, it hasn't meant much, honestly, to people like us, people in mostly Western countries. Because most people are oblivious to the authority that governments have, and the banking system has. Most people don't even know what a bail-in is. But it happened with Cyprus, where instead of the government bailing someone out, the banks take your money, and they use the funds that you have, and it's a bail-in, and that can happen at any time. So we don't have control over our money. Most people don't know about fractional reserve, and the fact that your bank only has to have 10% of the money you deposited, and banks are terrible, so they probably don't have 10%. When you tell someone that, people don't believe me. Like, my best friends do not believe me, and they have to look it up. And then I'm like, yeah, dude, if it's like 15% of everyone at the bank just went and pulled their money out, they probably wouldn't have enough money. And that's how it works. And that's like a crazy, shocking thing to think about, and your mind just kind of dismisses it. Well, whatever. But that's the math. That's the truth. So with the things that are going on in Canada, I think that's been a real shock to people, because
Absolutely.
It's Canada. It's not Africa. It's not some regime that took over by force a year ago. It's not some warlord that killed the president. This is Canada, and they're talking about freezing the checking and saving accounts of anyone involved with a protest. That's not. It's like unbelievable that number one, that they would have the ability to do that. I mean, there's no, laws being broken. There's no one, that's being hurt. There's not even property that's being damaged. Like the lowest part of the totem pole of crime. And they have the ability now, and they're talking about freezing regular people's accounts so they can't, live. What if then those people can't pay their mortgages? You have, defaults on anyone that was involved that fought against the government. And they're not even fighting. I mean, come on, man, we set the country on fire, a couple of years ago here, with protests. And, nothing happened. These people are just standing up and saying, well, we don't like this. We don't want this. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
And they could lose their house. The government's threatened to take their kids. But I think people see how little control they have over their own money.
Absolutely.
How it can be taken, and how people gave millions of dollars to someone, to people. It's not even an organization. It's just to people. And that company made millions of dollars. It probably made $2 million or $3 from that, and then they just said, no, we're not going to give it to them. I mean, that's not even a government. That's just a tech company.
Yep.
So that thing, I think, really showed people the power of crypto. And then people gave, I think it was like a 2 million or $1 million something over like a week to those people. And that's when the government said, oh, we're going to freeze everyone's account. So I think that is literally the most important part of crypto, is the fact that you own your own money and that no one can take your money from you.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I went long on that. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate it. And you're speaking from the heart. That's what I asked you to do. Speak from the heart. And honestly, yeah, that is horrifying. The fact that at any moment your bank account could be shut down and they could tell you, no, you're not going to buy that snack at the store. You're not going to pay your rent this month. I think that's pretty scary. That's why we love crypto. We need to have crypto. Crypto fixes this. We are able to be in control, send to whoever we want, wherever we want, at any time we please. And no matter if it's on the weekend, on a holiday, we can do whatever we need to do with our money, with our assets, whether that's crypto or NFTs. But yeah, that's a great point you made right there. And, this week, this year, out of any time, I guess, in history, really, we're seeing that, maybe we're not as in control as we thought, but Sean, I really thank you for coming out today. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and you're really doing great things. And oh wait, hold on, I want to talk about your channel a little bit as well. I'm going to drop your link in the chat one more time for your YouTube channel. But do you want to talk a little bit about the content you put on there, and what your schedule is, I guess?
Sure. And Rise and Dragon, it's not a motion picture. It's my studio.
Oh yes, such a cool background. You can talk about that too if you want to talk about your background. Look at all the cool arcade stuff going on back there. Like, it's so zesty.
Yeah. It's just a lot of nerd stuff,
No, amazing
and
stuff.
Some guns. Nerd stuff and guns.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm in Texas, so we have a lot of guns here.
Yeah.
You get one when you come here.
Oh my gosh.
When you cross the border, they're like, here's some jalapenos and some tacos, and here's a gun. So,
you're too much, Sean.
my channel, like I said, it's just kind of, it's just stuff I like. I do like reviews, and I give away a lot of crypto. Just it's personal stuff, I'm not as organized as like you or Rice, but I'm trying to be. I'm trying to have like more regular shows. We used to do a fun show called Drunk on Crypto, which you
cool.
really couldn't be on because you're not old enough. But yeah,
I got my
which was
water.
really, which was really funny because we'd have like CEOs and stuff on, and they'd get a bit tanked, and then they would say some goofy things and stuff they're not supposed to. It's like, I'm not supposed to say this, signed an NDA, but I'll tell you guys. I'm like, yeah, okay. But yeah, do the crypto lunch break, or just kind of go over the news, give out crypto. Interviews with people I think are cool. Trying to get the do an interview with the people that are running for governor of Texas, because we have some crazy stuff going on here. There's some people that are actually running, and part of their platform that's seceding from the U.S. So I wanted to kind of hit that because it's a crazy times here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for shedding light on your channel. You're amazing, Satoshi Sean. Guys, if you want to follow a 2010 Bitcoiner, almost since the Genesis block, here's Satoshi Sean's Twitter link. It is also in the description of the video. Try to smash a few more likes before we head out. I thank you guys for coming. I see some more people join the chat. Block Turk, J-Mac. What's up, J-Mac? Much love. Mello, much love, my brother. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you guys for coming out today. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so Satoshi Sean, I saw someone in the chat. Oh, Tom Crown. Hi, Tom. Hi, Dan. Oh, people are popping out right now. Smash the likes, guys. 35 likes for one last NFT. But someone asked in the chat, I just saw this question, NFT prediction in 2023. So what are you looking for in the NFT space? Are you into NFTs much, or?
I am starting to get much more into NFTs. Bozak has really, got me into them. I've been around for a long time. When NFTs first came out, I sound so old, but I was so excited about NFTs. Like, I was one of the first people talking about them.
Oh my god!
But what we think of NFTs, I wasn't even in my mindset. I was like, this is like for like land ownership, because there's countries where, like we talked about, a regime, the government regime changes every 5 years, and you may have like a farm that's been in your family for like 10 generations, and then the government comes in and they just take it, and then they get overthrown, or that situation gets fixed, and then when you go back, it's like, hey, this is my family's farm, they're like, no, we don't know, where's your proof? So there's so many things that I said that NFTs being on the blockchain,
absolutely
immutable, this was going to like change things for everyone in the world. And then, crypto kitties and stuff came along, and so I call them, entertainment NFTs. And I think it's cool that it's, done so much for the space and it's kind of blown up. But I think that, especially in this year, 2023, I think people are really going to see the value of NFTs for bigger things, not just for like personal entertainment stuff, but for, like more legal stuff, for like your driver's license, for, more of those permanent things, and collectibles, especially. What else was I going to say? Collectibles and also like your medical records.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's so many like serious aspects that people don't really talk about as much when it comes to NFTs, but they're perfect for a lot of that stuff. And I think that's going to be one of the things that really kind of expands and blows up, over the next year or so.
I feel that 100%. I think that there's going to be a lot of more real life use cases besides, a lot of the art and the amazing projects that are out there with the art, but more so you go to the movie theater, you have an NFT that represents a ticket and things like that. We might start off more simple, but we're definitely going to get there.
I mean, that's going to,
Coachella's doing that.
So many times I've went to concerts, and every time when you're in line and you're going in, there's somebody who's pissed off. There's like, oh, they're fake. I just bought it from that guy. And then, so they're counterfeit. And it would be so cool to be able to buy a ticket from a scalper and know that it's, a legit ticket. So yeah, there's, I think that's going to be, like you said, it's probably one of the first things that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's so simple.
Oh yeah, and it's like like you say, like it's like simple, but for a lot of people, it's going to be like the most mind blowing thing, and I think that's awesome. Like when people first started, like instead of getting paper tickets, going to the box office, we were getting them online, and we were getting like right now, if I get a ticket to an AMC movie, it pops up as a QR code on my phone, and I walk in, and at all 3 of my tickets, if it's me, my dad, and my sister, let's say. All 3 tickets are on one QR code. They scan it, I walk in. So that's like a move. And then the next move is making this a digital piece of property that I could eventually trade off. Like imagine like having like, Super Bowl 50, front row ticket. Like people are going to want to trade that. That is something memorable. That is a piece of history. So I think that, it's going to play a huge role. But I'm really excited about all of this. And, I really thank you for coming on the show today. Like this was like really, really fun. But yeah, thank you again on the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. You guys make me laugh so much. We're talking about biscuits in there. They're talking about biscuits, feeding biscuits to Emma. But yeah, so thank you guys for coming. This was a great show. Sean, your insights are so amazing. Again, I'm going to drop the link to your Twitter one more time so people can go follow you. Satoshi Sean is such a great guy, guys. If you guys have not known already, like he is charismatic. He's such a smart bean, and I really think he's amazing. So thank you for coming on the show. And guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And you know what? I'm feeling zesty. If you guys are feeling zesty in the chat, throw those hundreds out there because even though we did not hit our like goal, we're a few likes off, which is no biggie. I want to drop one last NFT. Because you guys are just awesome, and I really appreciate you. And again, thank you guys for all of your birthday wishes earlier this week. This was probably one of the best birthdays I've ever had, and I felt so much love from you guys. So thank you for supporting me. I will always be there for you guys. So thank you guys for coming out today. Satoshi Sean, much love. I want to give you like the biggest hug in the world. So like screen hugs. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're amazing. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And above all, don't forget, this is one thing you cannot forget, and that is to stay zesty. Okay, guys, bye. Peace.
Good morning, crypto Twitter is misting crypto, spreading crypto with doctors showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included. It's really that simple. We are savage and baseball zesty, making money at the same time, spread peace. I feel empty.